Do you want to know why most online businesses fail? It's not because they're bad ideas. It's because they're too popular. Everyone's chasing the same idea, the same niches, and trying to do the same business model. This means more competition, higher prices for ads, and getting customers. And essentially what happens is it takes a lot longer to be successful in those competitive niches. People run out of motivation, they run out of cash flow, and their business flops. But luckily there's a much better way to go about doing this. And today I'll share 5 unsexy, boring business models that are making millionaires. And the great thing about these is you can do them from home or anywhere in the world. You're not going to be setting up ATMs or vending machines or anything like that. If you have an internet connection, a phone, or a laptop, you can do it from your home or anywhere in the world. No trends, no AI needed, no algorithms, and a lot of these you don't even need to show your face. They're just painfully simple, repetitive, and industries that nobody really knows about, and sometimes people just don't want to do this work, and that's exactly why it pays so well. You're going to want to stick around because I'm going to cover B2B, B2C, B2E, and B2G business models that you probably don't even know about. So here's one boring business model that is sure to make you a millionaire, and it's a B2B business. Essentially, this industry or business is called Compliance Paperwork Filing Service. This one's pretty boring, and it even makes paint drying look pretty exciting. All you do is you basically fill out government forms for small businesses. That's it. No creativity, no branding, no viral TikToks, just repetitive admin work that businesses never really want to touch. This is going to be things like setting up businesses, making sure that they're structured properly, setting up tax numbers, sales tax registrations, franchise tax reminders, address changes, simple state filings. What you want to do is you want to figure out what sort of industry and sort of paperwork that online businesses or even offline businesses do. Figure out how you can do that paperwork on their behalf, and then you can make money doing this at scale. If you can essentially follow instructions, read a government form, and not fall asleep midway, again, you're qualified to do this. A lot of solo operators are making between $7,000 to $15,000 a month, and the great thing is you can actually teach VAs to do a lot of the heavy lifting, so you don't have to actually do the paperwork yourself. You do it yourself at the beginning, you figure out the process, and then you knowledge share that to somebody for a fraction of the price. Then you can build more clients, and you can just manage everything in between. I've personally consulted on businesses that are making $60,000 to $80,000 a month doing just this. You can take it a few steps further, and again, if you're just starting off, I would focus on either a local government or federal government that you're familiar with. So if you're in the US, focus on your state or your city, and then if you really want to find some opportunities, you can also focus on cities and states overseas. But again, I would highly suggest that you're from the country or from the place that you're going to be doing this, because there's so much changing all the time. And that's essentially why people are paying you. They're paying you to stay up to date and on track with all these governmental changes and understanding how the system works. And again, we know government loves taxes, but they love paperwork and bureaucracy more. This is why these businesses have been around for decades. There's not a lot of competition, and they're going to be here for the future. Now, if you've never heard of B2G, that is business to government. And this is a really untapped industry because there's a little bit more remote to get in, but once you're in, it can be super boring, but very profitable. The job and business industry I'm talking about is an RFP and government bid preparation service. If that one sounded dull, it's because it kind of is. Imagine reading 40-page government PDFs, extracting the requirements, and turning them into proposals for business clients. It's essentially homework for adults. And if you were good at homework, then you're going to be great at this. Essentially, what you do is you read an RFP, identify requirements, organize the attachments, fill out applications, format proposals, and then you submit these through government portals. Generally, if you're charging per submission, you can make upwards from $1,000 to $10,000 just per submission. Again, when you want to scale this, you're going to have a team of people essentially doing this, and you're likely going to find one sort of niche or business model that works, and you're going to just expand. So you'll find dentists that need to submit government documents, and you'll just find the pipeline and success that works for that industry. A lot of businesses want to take advantage of government contracts, and they just don't want to do the paperwork or don't understand the system to make sure that it's possible. So that's where they want to hire you as a professional RFP translator. Essentially, you can charge per submission, but in general, what you can do is you can charge a base fee and then how much they get out of that submission. So if they're releasing $10,000, $20,000, you can try to take a cut of that. If you guys like that part, you're going to love this. I'm giving away my best-selling book for absolutely free, and here's how you can get the audiobook in just a few seconds. Inside this book is the same techniques I've used to work abroad in paradise in more than 100 different countries. And the best part, this strategy hasn't just worked for me, it's helped hundreds of thousands of people earn more, work less, and travel the world. I'll leave a QR code here where you can get the audiobook for free with a free 30-day Audible subscription. Now, here's another great industry that most people don't know about. It's called B2E, which is business to education. And the business model is essentially going to be monitoring and maintaining school websites. A lot of schools have websites and other platforms that they use, and every single year they're becoming more and more popular with phone applications, iPad applications, websites for teachers, websites for students, and then websites for parents. Again, this is a growing industry that needs more people in it. So schools are desperately looking for people to do this. And again, what's great about this is once you figure it out for one school, you can likely expand inside that school district because they're likely going to be using the same platforms and structures. And once you've proven at one school, you can ask for referrals to get into other schools in your area. These are going to be things like making sure the websites are secure. This is going to be a lot of sensitive data that they want to make sure that doesn't get into the wrong hands. Also, it's going to be doing updates and making sure that everything's working. The great thing about this is you can make between $10,000 to $30,000 a month doing this for just one school district. And then you can expand to other school districts in your area and become the person who's well known for doing this. It's recurring income, it's predictable, and it's, again, the industry is growing. People's online dependencies are growing. So this is going to be a niche that's going to be around for a long time. Here's a boring business model that I've seen every entrepreneur want to pay for. And it's a B2B one, which is great, meaning that there's a lot of opportunity. And that's going to be a CRM, which is a customer relationship management platform. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to monitor it, you're going to maintain it, or you're going to help people go through the transition or migration. What happens is with a lot of businesses is they have 5 or 6 different platforms, but they don't really work well together. So what you can do is you can migrate them over to one CRM, handle all of that data, put it under one roof, and then you can actually become an expert. So there's going to be some layers to this. Again, if you're just doing the migration, it's going to be a little bit lower and not recurring. But if you're doing the management and more importantly, understanding how they make money. How can I look at this CRM and make the business more money through reporting, through analytical data, or just by isolating the leads and customers that are likely going to pay the business more money? So if you have the skill set, you can really scale and grow businesses. This is why some businesses doing freelance, you can make $3,000 to $10,000 a month, but agencies that are doing this at scale are making more than 6 figures per month. You want to start off small, and I would start off with just one type of CRM because they're all different. I like Go High Level, and if you want a free trial, you can use the link below. The great thing about this is you can do data cleanup, you can help them with automations, and you can do basically an endless amount of work that is going to always be needed. And if you're noticing one thing about these industries, they're all recurring and they all have some sort of business model that's already profitable and making money. It's very established. They're not going to be going out of businesses. Most schools and universities, they've been around for hundreds of years and they're going to be there. There's a B2B and a B2C opportunity that is really exciting and probably one of the most boring. What is one thing that everyone hates doing? Their taxes. You can basically spend a year becoming a tax professional, or more importantly, if you don't want to learn about taxes, you just hire the CPA and then you do the marketing and bringing them leads. So basically what you can offer is you can offer tax services for businesses, which I think is a better opportunity just because they can spend a lot more money, or you can offer tax services for friends, family, people in your industry. But in general, I recommend going the B2B route for this instance. And so what does this look like? If you don't want to become a tax professional, you're going to spend a lot of time just vetting and finding tax professionals either in the US or overseas that understand the US market. I've worked with a lot of tax professionals that live overseas in India, and essentially they've worked with some of the big 4 accounting firms and they understand how the process works. You're going to have to pay them a little bit higher, but they're going to be probably more skilled for a really great price. And essentially what you're doing is you have enough understanding of how the tax system works that you can overcheck that. And essentially what you have is you have somebody overseas in India who's doing 80% of the work, and then you have a US CPA overchecking everything on the final version before it gets submitted to anywhere in the US. What you need to figure out is you need to figure out a certain industry you want to work in and some sort of niche within this. I've seen a lot of great tax professionals who work with nomad-based businesses because they're living overseas, but they're filing in the US. Stick to one country and one sort of industry or niche. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit subscribe, and I'm going to leave another video that was hand-selected just for you right here.